Hi, hello, welcome to a weekly vlog with me. It's Sybil's season, and I thought, last time I did this, I did a couple weekly vlogs just so you could kind of follow me around and see what I was up to, because I really don't have time to do like a lot of sit-down videos while I'm doing this, because like literally all of my free time is reading, but I still want to do something for my channel. So I'm going to try to do a couple vlogs. I'm probably still going to do some other sit-down videos throughout because I just want to and try to fit those in. But for now, this week, I'll be vlogging. So I'm going to take you along with me this week as I do all my Sybil's reading, or as much as I can, and among other things. Like for today, it's Monday, and I have to go to the library and drop off the books I have out right now and go pick up some things for Sybil. I'll take you along with me for that. And yeah, so that's the plan this week, is to read as much as I can. We are 4 weeks in currently. Like this is the 4th week of Sybil's. And I think I'm currently reading either my 14th or 15th book. I'm currently reading from the desk of Lizzie Lazowski, which I'll put a picture here with the author because I cannot think of the author's name, but it's fine. It's cute. I'm liking it right now. It's a story that I'm going to sit down. It's a story that's told through like letters. The concept is that the main character, Lizzie Lazowski, is writing to a pen pal. It's for a class assignment. They were supposed to exchange with pen pals chosen by the teacher, but she wanted to do something different. So she wrote a letter in a bottle and tossed it out into the ocean and was hoping to get like a pen pal from another country. And the person that responds to her doesn't give his name or any like information about who he is. He goes by a nickname, gives her his email address, and they start writing back and forth. And she's telling him all about her day-to-day life. I guess she's following prompts that her teachers assign, like what's your favorite vacation you've ever been on? Like, what is your favorite day? That kind of stuff. So she's writing to him and telling him about her life, and he's responding back and giving clues as to who he might be. So she's like playing detective and trying to figure it out. So far it's cute. Like it's told entirely through their email exchanges. I'm currently, I think, like 35% of the way in. So I'm going to try to read that today. Like my goal was to get as many books via audiobook as possible. This one does not have an audiobook. And so I'm reading the ebook because weirdly, and I don't know what the science behind this is. Maybe there is none, but I can read better with my eyes if it's an ebook. Like I can focus and get through more of the book in a sitting that way than I could if I were reading a physical, like turning pages kind of a book. Why? I don't understand that. But anyway, so I did get the ebook for this one because I had enough like Kindle points or whatever to get it for free. So I'm reading that right now. I'm hoping to finish it today. I have another book that just came in through Libby on audio. So I'm going to try to start that later if I have time, but if not, I'll wait until tomorrow. And I have to go pick up a handful of things. Like my library did not have nearly as many books as I thought they should or would, based on like, we have 76 nominations right now, and I can get six of them from the library. So I'm like, oh, thankfully I've been able to get a lot through Libby and Everand. So I have access to quite a few that way, but yeah. We'll see what happens with the rest, but I'm hoping I can get through as many things as I can that I have access to right now. Because the way Sybil's works is whatever we cannot access, they'll try to get us like either physical copies or like ARC copies or ebook copies through the publisher so that we can read all the things. Because there are several team members on for each category. So like the way Sybil's works is there are several categories. I am in the middle grade fiction category, but there's also a middle grade speculative fiction. So like I do the realistic fiction, and so anything fantasy related would go to the spec. So like for our category, I think there are either 6 or 7 of us. I'm not sure. I'd have to check. But like between the 7 of us, we have to read everything that was nominated and narrow it down to our short list. And that short list, once we've narrowed it all the way down to like 7 or 8 titles, that is what goes to the round 2 judges. And they have to pick the winner based on those finalists. So I prefer to be a round 1 judge because I like the idea of like choosing the best books from all of it and then passing that list down rather than just reading those chosen books, you know? So I may someday do round 2 just to see what that's like. But this is my second year doing the round 1 judging, and I really enjoy it. It's really exciting and really fun, and it's kind of a neat thing to be able to have a say in like what I think should be the best of the best, and like helping to choose those books and discuss it with other super bookish people who are also really into reading kidlit and middle grade fiction and that kind of. So it's fun. I really enjoy it. So anyway, I'm gonna check back in later once I've actually done something. But yeah, we're going to be going to the library later, and I'll take you with me for that. So see you then. Back from the library, and I thought I'd show you quick what I got because you saw some of it. I picked up Faker by Gordon Corman. Not a favorite author. I think I've only read one of his other books and I really didn't like it. So I have not been that excited to read this one, but I do like the cover. I think this one has to do with a kid whose father is a con man, and like they're always moving, and because they have to. And so it's like him, I don't know if he's coming to terms with that or like trying to convince him to stay. I'm not sure. That's all I really know, is has to do with the con man dad. Then I grabbed Finally Heard by Kelly Yang. I think this is a sequel. I haven't read the first book, but I also think it's one that can stand alone. And this has to do with the kids and social media. And then this one, I don't really know what this is. This is Free Throws, Friendship, and Other Things We Fouled Up by Jen Bishop. And I assume sports, like girls in sports and friendship and that sort of thing. I really don't know. This one is kind of I have no idea what I'm getting into. So I'm going to try to get through all 3 of these in the next like 2 weeks, because I'm hoping the other 3 that the library has in their system will be back, and I can get those. So I'll be reading these. And then also I grabbed this on a whim for my daughter. It's called Hamlet Is Not Okay by R.A. Spratt. This was in the YA section. We're currently reading Hamlet, like just started it. So I saw the title and was like, okay, let me see what that is. And it's about a girl who is bored with everything, and she's reading Hamlet, and I think she's gonna meet him, like a Hamlet's ghost kind of situation. I don't know. But I liked the cover. I was intrigued, and I thought either I'll give it to Regina to read or we'll read it together. I don't really know. But then I got home, and in my mailbox was a package of the tea I ordered from Plum Deluxe. So I thought I'd show you really quick what I got, because I am addicted to Plum Deluxe tea, as you all probably know. And so they had a sale on some of their fall teas. I guess it was in September. And so I put it in order quick because I wanted more of their pumpkin spice. They have pumpkin spice brulee oolong now, which, to be fair, to me tastes exactly the same as the pumpkin spice black that they used to have. So I got one to try like at the beginning of September, loved it. So I bought 2 more of those. And then since it was like a fall tea, like chai situation that they were having a sale, I grabbed a maple masala chai. This one is black tea, oolong tea, apple pieces, cinnamon chip, cardamom, ginger, clove, and safflower with maple syrup extract. And I also got apple cinnamon chai, which I'm really excited for because I've been really in the mood for more apple-y things. And this one is black tea, Rubio's tea, cinnamon, apple pieces, ginger, orange, clove, and apple essence. I think I'm going to have some of this in a minute. And then I also grabbed one of Sarah's favorites, is uplifting coconut chai. So this one is black tea, coconut pieces, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, lemongrass, clove, black pepper, and cocoa nibs. So got one of those, and then I got a sample because they always give you a free sample, and it's Hope Blend Green, which I have had before. It is nice. That's just green tea with jasmine buds and blue cornflower. So got some books, got some tea. I'm in my happy place. There were so many pretty fall trees out. I wish I took pictures of things, but we were driving, so it was hard to do that. So, but the fall foliage is doing the most right now, and it's so pretty outside. But it's yucky out and rainy, so no walk today probably, but at least I got to go out and still enjoy that. So I'm gonna make some tea, and then I'm gonna read because I really haven't really read much of anything today. So that's the plan for the rest of the afternoon. It is now Tuesday, and I am on autumnal goth today. I don't know if you can really see my outfit, but but we're heading out in a little bit to go meet the in-laws for lunch, like a ways away. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick update because I finished From the Desk of Lizzie Lazowski last night, and I thought I'd just pop in really quick to tell you my thoughts overall. I gave it, I think, 3.5 stars. It was cute. The first little bit, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but by the time I made it about halfway, I was committed to finishing. So this is a story about a girl who is writing to a pen pal. And the whole book is told through her emails, and they're like correspondence, but it's also told like it's mixed media because you also have text messages and you have like bulletin board things and what was it? Oh, the transcript, because she's making a documentary. So it's a whole mixed media, and the story is about her and the things that she's dealing with in her life. Her father died when she was small, and she got cancer when she was little. And so she sees herself as a pity case. Like everyone always knows her because of those things and they pity her. And so she is now like in 8th grade, going into 9th grade. And trying to figure out what her life will look like going forward. And she has this idea in her head that she wants to go to this performing arts school. And there's a scholarship opportunity, but only for one student. So she's like working on a documentary about her having cancer as a child to try to like convince them that she's a pity case and they should put her in their school. And that's a big part of the plot. But so is like her time spent at the nursing home that her mother works at, and like her relationships with all the different patients there, and her budding new friendship with this girl that's new to school, and the fact that her mother is in this new relationship and it seems to be getting serious and she's not sure how she feels about that. So like there's a lot of different things happening, but they all kind of work together and they all come together in an interesting way. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. It was a really cute story. So I am now reading Grow Up Luchi Zapata, and is that what it's called? Yeah. And so I started that audiobook yesterday and only listened to the first 3 chapters, but so far it's fine. It's I think it's going to be more of a friendship book where, you know, one of the girls is getting more into makeup and boys and all of that, and the other one isn't so sure that she's ready for any of that stuff yet. So I think that's what the story's going to be. So I'll update you more later on that one, but that's what I'll be reading today, when I have time. So I'm hoping to get through it, but I don't know if I'll have a lot of reading time today, but that is the goal. So we're going to head out in a little bit, and I'll update you later when I've read something. Okay, so we're home now after a very long day. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so tired. I was in the car for 6 hours. It was a really long day, but I read my book in the car most of the way. So I finished Grow Up Luchi Zapata by Alexandra Alessandri, and I really liked it. This was better than I expected. When I started it and I realized that this was a friendship breakup kind of a story, I wasn't really in the mood for that. and there's a whole like soccer element, and I just don't enjoy sports books very much. So like I was prepared to give this like a 2 or a 3, but it wound up being way better than I thought. So this story follows Luchi, who is starting 6th grade. Her and her best friend, like they've been best friends since they were babies, like this group of 3 kids, they're all going to be going to the same middle school. And so they're really excited to finally be in the same school together. But Luchi and Cami suddenly are like drifting apart. There's something has changed, and like Cami is much more into like fashion and makeup and boys and all of that stuff, and Luchi's just not ready for that yet and doesn't really understand why her best friend is suddenly so different. She's hanging out with different girls at school who are a little bit mean, and like it sort of goes from there, and it turns into this like feud kind of a situation. So I found it really, really compelling. Like I was really invested in seeing like what was going to happen with this friendship. Were they ever going to like find a way back to each other and that kind of thing? So like it was really good. I also really liked the representation in this. Luchi is Colombian, and so is Cami, I think. And then they have a best friend who is Chilean. So like the 3 of them talking a lot about their heritage and like how she doesn't feel as connected to it as Cammie does, because Cammie has been back to Colombia and experienced that, and she hasn't. And like, she doesn't speak Spanish because like her parents never spoke Spanish around her. Her grandmother does, but like she can't speak it. And so she doesn't feel like she's Colombian enough. And so there's a whole element of the plot with that. So I don't know. I really liked it. And I gave this like 4.5 stars. So it was a good time. I'm glad I had it to listen to on the long drive today, because like I don't do car trips. I was not having a good time. So it was nice to have an audiobook to turn to. So I am gonna go, now that I'm home, get out of these clothes and get this makeup off and get cozy. And I'm probably not gonna read anymore today because I feel like I read a lot. So I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow, but I'm so tired. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I just got up and I worked out, and so now I'm gonna try and get our day started. My dogs are gonna lose their minds because I'm in the kitchen, which they think means outside. So let me go let them out. But I am about to get Regina up so that we can get our, oh my god, so we can get our day started. Crazy dogs running out of the yard. So I just wanted to pop in. I keep saying I'm going to do a day in the life video, but like those are impossible for me to do because Regina doesn't want to be on camera ever. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like we don't do enough interesting things to do a day in the life. So anyway, I thought I'd pop in right before I start breakfast. And I have 2 audiobooks that both came in through Libby, so I need to get to those as soon as possible. I have Buffalo Dreamer. I don't remember the author's names, I'm sorry. I'll put pictures up. But I have Buffalo Dreamer, which is like I think it's an early, like, chapter book kind of situation. It's really short. So I think the audiobook is only like 3 hours long, so I'm probably going to finish that really quick. And then I'm going to listen to, I don't remember the other one. I don't remember what it's called, but I have another one that came in, and I'll tell you guys later when I get to it. But I don't know if I'm going to get to both of those today, or if I'm just going to try to do one, because I do have some work I have to get to today. So I don't know what I'll actually accomplish, how much I'll read. My kitchen is such a mess, you guys. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. But I'm going to try to get at least that one book done today. But I did check, and I've read 16 books so far out of the 76 that were nominated. So like I'm making good progress. I feel confident that I can keep up, and that I might even be done by end of November, because I feel like last year we wrapped like the first week of December and we had more books the last time I did. I think we had like over 100 that were nominated, and granted there is still a few days, like there could be like a bunch more nominations, but I feel like it has really slowed up. So I think at best we might get like 1 or 2 more. So like I feel good, like I can get through it. I have a lot of things though that I'm hoping to get to this week, and it's already Wednesday, so I already feel like it's not going to happen, but maybe. So all right, I'm going to go get Regina up, get some caffeine in my system and in hers, and get our school going, because she has class today at 11, so I need to make sure we're up and moving, and it is already after 8. So that is my plan for today, is get Regina up, get our school day started, and then get some reading in, get some work done, take a walk. That's my day. Honestly, it's like not that exciting. So I will check back in later when I've read something. Okay, it is Wednesday afternoon, and I just finished reading Buffalo Dreamer, and I really liked it. It was really good. This, I thought, going in, was like an early chapter book. but now I'm questioning that. I think it's just more of a novella because the writing, the characters and everything leaned older than what I expected. So I would say this is probably like not upper middle grade necessarily, but somewhere in the middle of that, if that makes sense. I think the main characters were like 12. And it's really short, like surprisingly short for what it is. It's a story about these two Indigenous girls going to the reservation for the summer and learning about residential schools. Like their parents have decided they're old enough to know about this information now. There's like some new revelations being discovered about like the number of bodies that they had found buried on the grounds of the school. And so like they're talking a lot about residential schools, and like the one girl is having dreams about this girl named Buffalo Dreamer who escaped from a residential school. And so like you're unfolding that story as the two girls are learning more. So it was done really well, I think. Even though it was really short, it tells the story in a really easy to understand way without getting too into the weeds. I think sometimes when you're reading about tragic things, stories can get too like graphic, too upsetting. I think this did a really good job of discussing like the seriousness of how upsetting it was that this was happening, or how upsetting it is that it even happened, without getting too involved in like the details of why it's upsetting. You know what I mean? So I think this would be a really good introduction to that topic. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really well done. I would have liked a little more character development. I think sometimes, especially when you're talking about something like this, and the book is so short, it's more about like what happened as opposed to the characters that the story is like following. So I would have liked a little more character development. I would have liked to know a little bit more about their family, because you know they're visiting family. We know about like the siblings and like the cousins and stuff, but I would have liked just a little bit more. I think another like 50 pages even, because I don't know. I listened to the audiobook and I listened to the whole thing in just under an hour. So I think like maybe another 50 pages would have been like nice to just flesh out a few things, but I still thought it was really well done. And I would absolutely recommend it. I thought it was definitely worth reading. So gave that 4 stars. I am going to start dinner in a minute, and I don't know if I'm going to get any other reading done today. Definitely not Sybil's reading. I do have a few other books that I'm reading just for me, and I might do some of that later, but otherwise I'm done reading for the day. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. I have another audiobook, but I also might do something different because I have too many options at the moment, and I want something that I'm going to get really excited about reading, because I haven't done that in a little bit. I haven't read anything in a little while that has just been like really exciting. So I might pick something up off my stack of things that I own, because those are books that I bought because I wanted to read them. So perhaps I'll go with something like that. I don't know yet. You'll know in the next clip what I ended up reading. So it is now Friday. I didn't even pick up my camera yesterday. My house is a little chaotic. It's okay. But I just wanted, while I'm getting ready here, to kind of chat a little bit. So I have Instagram live today. I'm doing a tea with Emily, so I'm trying to get myself ready. But I just wanted to pop in. I am reading something. I started reading the Bletchley Riddle yesterday evening, or yesterday morning. And so I'm reading the Bletchley Riddle. Hello, Drew. And I'm really liking it so far. Like, this is exactly what I was in the mood for. Like, I knew it was going to be good because, I mean, it's 2 of my favorite authors. So, like, I'm pleased thus far with that. And so I'm going to try to finish it today. I don't know if I will or not. I don't know if I'll finish it or not, but I'm going to try to read the rest of it today. I'm like almost, I think I'm just over halfway. So it's doable. I just, have to sit down and do it. But But yeah, I have a live stream in like an hour and a half, so I'm trying to get myself ready for that. And like, live streams are always so stressful for me. I hate doing them. But like, I understand the necessity. I don't like it. I feel very anxious that like, for a whole lot of reasons, but like mostly just that people won't like what I'm talking about, or like I'm boring them, or no one will be there. I don't know. So yeah, very anxiety inducing for me, but I'm gonna push through that and do my live stream in a little bit. So I'm trying to pull myself together. But like, the Bletchley Riddle is historical fiction, World War II, because isn't that like almost all the historical fiction these days? It's World War II, and it's about a brother and sister who, the brother is like 19, the sister's like 14. So this is like verging into YA territory. I think this would make a great bridge book, but it's about breaking the codes. The brother is working with the group that's working on the code breaking, and so he's working on breaking the code. They're also working on figuring out whether or not their mother is alive, because she's been missing. So it's really good so far. I'm very much enjoying myself. Really solid historical fiction, and like I'm really pleased with this book. Like, it feels like it could be one of my top favorites of the year. It is rare that like I read a book immediately after getting it in the mail. Like, this came out on Tuesday and I've already started reading it, and like I'll probably have it done today. So like, I don't do that very often. But yeah, so that is basically what I have planned today. I'm doing my live stream in a little while. I'm gonna try to take a walk today because it's nice. We don't get that many like perfect weather days this time of year, so I'm gonna try to take advantage and go for a walk and read. That is basically my plan for the day. So I'm gonna finish getting ready and then get this live show on the road. Wish me luck. Not me rewriting half of my little talk before the tea with Emily, and I have literally like half an hour to go. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Also, I'm very pleased with how my makeup came out today, but like, I don't know why I put this much effort in, because once I put my glasses on, you can't see it. And I require my glasses for being able to see my screen where I have my notes, being able to like pay attention to the phone and read comments. Like, I need my glasses. So like, why do I put this much effort into my eye makeup? It's fine. It's fine. So it is now Saturday morning, but I did finish the Bletchley Riddle, and oh my goodness, this was so good. This is excellent historical fiction. If you want something exciting, something that's gonna like really grab you and hold you until the very end of the book, like, this was so good. I'm so glad I decided to pick this up and read it, because it's definitely what I needed this week in particular. Like, I just feel like I haven't read something that's really held my attention 100%, that's worthy of a 5-star rating. So great way to end the vlog, I think. So yeah, this is a story about a brother and a sister. It's set during World War II. The brother is working at Bletchley Park, and he's part of the group that is trying to crack the German codes. He's working with like Alan Turing and that group of people. So you're getting a lot of that stuff, but you're also following this mystery of what happened to their mother, who is presumed dead, but like, the sister does not believe that she's really dead and won't accept that as fact. And so she's looking for these clues, and they're unraveling this puzzle and solving this mystery. And it's so good. I mean, it's Steve Sheinkin and Ruta Sepetys, so of course it's good. But like, I need them to write an entire series based on this. Like, I want more. This was so fun. this would be an excellent, I need to rewrite and update the World War II unit at some point. This is going to be in it. Like, seriously. I was thinking about writing a lit bite, but then I was like, you know what? I think this would be a better fit in the World War II unit, because I already have, I think, at least two World War II era lit bites. So this is going in the World War II unit study, I think. Anyway, excellent historical fiction. I think this would be best, again, for that like weird in-between stage between middle grade and YA, because there's a lot going on in this, and I think an older child would get a little more out of it than someone on the younger end of the middle grade spectrum. So I think this would be excellent for like 10 and up. But highly recommend. Definitely, you should go pick this up. I think this is one that like would really appeal to adult readers too. So if you want to do it as a read aloud, I think this would make such a fun read aloud. So I listened to the audiobook and it was really, really well done. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here. This week, I read 4 middle grade books, which isn't too shabby, I think, for Sibbles. Like, I'm going to be reading so much over the next little while, so I don't know if I'll do another weekly reading vlog situation like this, but maybe if you're interested in that, let me know. But I read 4 things. Only one of them was a 5-star, but I really enjoyed most of what I read. I'm excited to pick up some more things and see what I think. So yeah, thanks for following me along this week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.